Good day, fellas. I hope you are ready for your daily dose of skill, and I have some hot news for you. Looks like we are going to test out BZ-58-2, but you know what? I have an idea. How about if we would check out how Wargaming is presenting the tank and how the tank actually is looking like? I thought this is going to be a good first impressions video. We are going to obviously play with this tank, and if you do not want to see the first 4 minutes, I can understand this. You can simply skip it ahead, right? So without further ado, let's see what Wargaming is saying about this tank.
The first in line and the first on the front line is the Tier 9 Chinese BZ-58-2 heavy tank. It's a comfortable heavy tank that doesn't claim to be the best, and you'll realize that.
Fellas, it is comfortable heavy tank which is not claiming to be the best, and you will realize that on the battlefield. Can you imagine that? So pretty much even Wargaming is saying directly the tank is kako.
That as soon as you move. The BZ has a classic top speed for a sturdy heavy tank, 35 kilometers per hour. It gets there quickly and can keep up with its heavy comrades. At the same time, the tank is quite massive and armored by all the cannons of heavy vehicles. The upper glacis has 70 millimeters of armor at an excellent slope. The same is true of the sides. That may not sound particularly strong, but the armor doesn't disappoint on the battlefield. And with its turret, the BZ can easily laugh off any opponent. It's big, cast, and has a practical shape. Speaking of numbers, we get 380 millimeters of effective armor in certain spots. But
we will check this out very soon.
As with any classic heavy tank, the BZ has a few classic vulnerabilities. Its lower glacis and 2 cupolas. The former, although huge, is not hard to hide. To do so, find embankments or side scrape. And regarding the cupolas, you'll need to play smart. The easiest option is to move your hull rhythmically so that the enemy can't properly aim at them.
I really like how Wargaming is presenting this. Like, it would be so simple. The guy moving turret in front and back like this, it won't change anything. What you actually need to do, you need to block your cupola with your gun. It doesn't work this way if you are going to shake like this. It won't.
Or you can find suitable terrain. The BZ has a pretty good gun depression angle, -8 degrees. When it starts playing on uneven terrain, the enemy might not even discover that its turret has weak spots. In other situations, when the cupolas are visible, opponents will need to aim at them carefully, which plays into the BZ's hands. While they're aiming, the BZ bites. And it bites hard and constantly. The 130 millimeter gun literally cuts 520 hit points off the enemy. It gets especially serious when this tank has all the bells and whistles. In situations where everything favors trading hit points, the BZ can easily do so. That's due not only to its alpha damage, but also to its hit points, of which it has plenty, not to stay at the rear, but fight the opponents head-on. The most important thing in such duels is to penetrate. Just lobbing a shell at the enemy is not an option, and penetration might not be enough. You always need to aim. This is where the BZ's greatest accuracy will help. Its value is good, even without the crew and consumer.
You know, fellas, whenever you are looking into the stats, what Wargaming is presenting, it's far away from being ideal. So that's why we are going to play with a tank, and that's why you will know, is it actually good or not so much.
When you add all the necessities, it gets even better. You should equip this tank in a way that highlights its advantages. For example, improved hardening in its respective slot to survive on the front line, turbocharger to reach positions and roll back swiftly after your shot, and gun rammer in the final slot to cause damage more quickly.
Someone in Wargaming actually knows what they are doing. This is not a bad build. Usually Wargaming is recommending the Spoliner, so that is improvement.
In the second configuration, replace turbocharger with vertical stabilizer and shoot comfortably at various targets. Regarding consumables, it's not that straightforward. Repair kit and first aid kit are must-haves. but you better put fire extinguisher in the third slot. The BZ can be set ablaze with just a single shot in its lower glacis. But if you still decide to use improved combat rations, you should first replace hardening with modified configuration, or take care of fire safety with the help of a skill or directive. The BZ-58-2 is a front and center tank. Its place is always on the front line, always in the thick of battle. Due to a number of options for positional play, you'll always be prepared for the unexpected in random battles. That's what the BZ impresses with: simplicity and efficiency. What can be better? Perhaps only the uniqueness of our...
Okay, this is how Wargaming is presenting this tank. It looks beautiful, okay? What Wargaming is saying and how Wargaming is presenting this. Reality is a tiny touch different, at least in my humble opinion. At least that's what I think. Hear me out. Looking into the armor, whenever you are on the flat ground, this tank is looking useless. 100 millimeters lower plate. But still, lower plate is not that big. Fellas, this lower plate is as big as ELC even. It's big, okay? It's big. Maybe it doesn't look that huge here, but pay attention at this. This is a lower plate, and everything is penetratable. So, I cannot imagine pushing through the open field and not to expect to take damage, right? This is the first thing which I want to highlight. Upola's 170 armor, well, it's far away from being ideal, fellas, and this is going to be very, very hard to cover them. Okay, if you are using your gun depression to the maximum, this is actually okay, you know, but you need to use the gun depression to the maximum. And let's get real, you know, Wargaming said overall that upper plate is very, very nice and so on. It is very nice until you are meeting someone who can actually shoot the hits. When you are meeting someone who can shoot the hits, your armor is irrelevant. This is the honest opinion about the armor and how it is looking like on the paper. Now, if we would teleport into the game and we would check out what I am personally going to use on this tank, I have a couple of ideas, right? First build is hardening turbo rammer, right? This is actually okay build. The second build, I would go for rammer, improved aiming unit, and for bounty ventilation, but this is for long range maps like let's say Prokhorovka, right? Wherever you might need to snipe. I know this is not the most popular choice, but that's what I like to go for, and that's what I like to do. This is my style, right? After that, very important thing to say. If you have experimental equipment, please consider using experimental equipment because of the ability to be lit on fire, or I suppose to say the best feature of the tank, right? Obviously, now we are going to go for a game. We will test it out how this tank is looking like, and is it as bad as I think it is, right? Because looking into everything combined, it doesn't look great. So I wanted to put this out of the way, and now without further ado, let's go straight into the game, shall we? Okay, fellas, I went for a test run with this vehicle, and I noticed one thing what I forgot to mention. You cannot side scrap. So you do not have armor. Even tier 6 can penetrate you. Watch this. Tier 6, let's say Churchill. By loading gold. Even the tier 6 can penetrate you in the closer distance, right? This is very, very, very big problem, fellas. This tank armor won't stay. Or won't stand, I suppose to say. So what that means? That means you have only one option with this tank, and it is to play hold down. When I played the very first game, right, with a tank, I was surprised, you know, everyone was penetrating me whenever I was side scrapping, and I was thinking, what is this? Then I obviously dig deeper, and then we found this this side armor. Anyways, without further ado, fellas, let's start everything freshly, right? What is my opinion? Not what Wargaming is saying, but what is my opinion about this tank? Looking into all of this, speed, especially with the turbo, is looking okay. I cannot say that it is unplayable or anything, right? I cannot say that. The gun handling, I feel like gun handling is lackluster. In other words, the gun is made in China, right? If I would compare this tank with something, probably I would compare this tank with probably BZ-1114, you know, the tier 9. That's what I would compare it. Or maybe BZ-120. So it's far away from being ideal. In other words, you actually need to play close, so Wargaming is correct about this. I am truly paranoid about the armor of this vehicle, and now pay attention to the aim time. Aim time of this tank is taking forever and ever, so that is a bit of the problem, and that is a bit of the stinker, right? To say that straight in the face and just to highlight this. It is far away from being ideal. If you are on the flat ground, you are going to have a horrible time to deal with any tier, because everyone can penetrate you into the lower plate. If people are going to load the gold, which I can promise you that they will, and if they have a heat shells, it is no bueno either, right? You get the point where I'm saying. As a heavy tank, I feel like this tank has way too many weaknesses. There is not many strengths. At least that's what I noticed, and that's what I am thinking at this point. As you can see, this Patriot is just simply spanking me in the face without bigger problems whatsoever. The lower plate is huge on this tank. That is the problem, fellas. A lot of weak spots, many weak spots. Kind of unreliable gun. It is not a great stuff, fellas. It is just simply not a great stuff. And maybe I am being a bit too negative at first speaking about this tank, but you cannot trust this vehicle, right? This is the main problem for me. Whenever I am playing with a heavy tank, I want to have something like STI, right? It has armor, it has gun, it has penetration, it has many things. I feel like this vehicle doesn't have it. So far, though, we are doing okay. We notice that we need to escape in time, because otherwise it is going to be a horrible situation for us. Let's see, will he figure out how to shoot us? Nice gun handling in this situation, good. Very nice snapshot. One more thing. This reticle, as you can see, right, it is looking relatively small. What do I mean by saying this is the situation because I have a reticle mod, right? Without reticle mod, situation would be a bit different, and without reticle mod, my reticle would be 70% bigger, right? So this is very important thing to say as well. Although, once again, highlighting the speed of this tank. Speed is actually looking definitely decent. Looking into this situation, BZ can spank me in the face without bigger problems whatsoever. I need to highlight this. It is a problem. It is a problem for sure. So that's what I can share you from the first experience, and now let's try to focus on the game. I will try to play best to my abilities, right? To simply check out how this vehicle is looking like, but I have a very strong opinion about this tank already. And I think this is a bit of the bad thing to have a strong opinion before I tested this tank to the maximum, if you know what I mean. Anyways, look at the aim time. I'm lucky. I should be dead, to be fair with you, but you know, luck is a good thing. Excellent. Very nice. No. More side scrapping, that's okay. Luckily they did not figure it out how to penetrate me, or alternatively they are just simply not hitting me because the distance is quite higher, or quite a big one, right? Okay. Okay, I knew there is a standard B, and the standard B did not even relocate it. He is still in the same position. That's on me. I knew I could go a bit too more back, right? It's okay. Let it be. So the first game, I tried to highlight as many things as I noticed about this tank. The score overall is okay. I cannot complain about this. 4,200 damage, 700 assisting damage. Let's see the scoreboard. Okay, fellas. So very first game is over. I was thinking about this and I need to try to do my best not to be instantly negative about this tank, right? First game, 4,200 damage, 700 assisting damage, 2,000 blocking damage. It went actually somehow okay, and we cannot complain about this considering what kind of team we had, right? 21,000 profits. By the way, this is not a premium tank, although a highlight of this, you are getting unlimited big repairs, so you don't need to pay for repairs in the games, which is quite okay. Let's go for a second game. Okay, round number 2. Let's start without negativity. So, fellas, let's see what this vehicle is up to. We are going with a city build. That means we are going with a hardening. That means we are going with a rammer. And that means we are going with a turbo. So, the tank speed is actually looking okay, right? Alpha damage, once again, 520 alpha. It is not looking bad by any shape or any form, right? Penetration with a gold is kind of a stinker. I am thinking whenever you need to deal against the big boys, I'm speaking about the super heavy tanks, this is going to be a problem. But mobility is looking more like a medium mobility at this point whenever you have everything tuned up, right? Now, how we can do this? Dash 103 is sitting here. Let's see how the gun will work. I'm just chilling in this situation. I do not want to get too involved, although maybe I could spank these links. And I'm thinking about it. Okay, high explosives on. What is the shell velocity of the high explosives? 1050. Wow, that's pretty damn good. For high explosives, this is okay. 3, 2, 1. Now. Unfortunate, I would say. Unfortunate. I don't really think the aim was bad, but maybe it's only me. It's already quite late whenever I am doing this recording, so maybe that is my fault. Trying to hit the shot to Progetto. Yeah, this is not a sniper schnitzel, although it doesn't look like that bad whenever you are shooting enemy, right? It doesn't look like the gun is going to the left or to the right. It looks like it is going towards the center. No. Full aimed. I'm trying to be forgiving for this tank. I do not want to put it into the trash category instantly, you know? If you are wondering where I got penetrated into Cupola. I am trying to be forgiving, fellas. I am trying to show you how this tank is looking like without having too much of the strong negative opinion about it, but I'm struggling. Okay, what is the plan now? We want to push the field. I think that is the right way to do the things, and hopefully we will make it work. Dash 103 relocated, that is very fair. That is a good decision, fellas. What I am thinking how we could punish someone who is playing in the city. Right? Should I test the snapshots with this tank? How well am I capable of snap shooting? I know. That was straight where I was aiming to. That was straight where I was aiming to. I know that was a bad peek from my side. But overall gun is 50-50 at this point. Let's see the Tiger and let's see the side scrapping. Tiger is going like this, it's okay. Let's try to punish people who are trying to play here, right? I do not really like one thing, such as we do not really have so many sniper schnitzels on the field, or if any, right? That is a bit of the stinker and that is a bit of the problem, but it's okay. And this alpha damage actually feels okay. I cannot say that Alpha feels underwhelming or something. It's actually fine. Progetto, I don't really think I care. Let's try to play hold down to the best of our abilities. They just shit their pants, that is okay. He doesn't know what is this tank, I can promise you that. Doesn't really change anything. Fine. I am in a bit of the shithole, to be fair with you. Like, not a bit of the shithole, humongous shithole, but that is on me. I cannot complain about this. I should not go over there, that was my fault. I needed to stay hold down somewhere there and simply hope that they will make a bit of pressure. But once again, the score is adding up. I'm not playing ideally, fellas. I want to be very, very honest with you. How do I do the things and how do I play? Maybe I was a bit too rough for this tank at first, so I want to give it a couple of more games just to check it out how I will feel like after let's say 3, 4, 5 games or whatever it takes, right? Let's see the score. Okay, I know I haven't played this ideally, but that's okay. 3,100 damage, 800 assisting damage. The biggest problem which I have so far is armor. I truly dislike the armor. Other than that, for a gun, I am willing to give it another shot, if I can say so. Minus 6,000 credits as well. It's okay, let's go for a third one. Okay, fellas, let's see. In this situation, I will try to be a bit of the sweaty tryhard. I will try to make the tank work and I will try to aim properly as well. I'm having the city build for obvious reasons because we are playing in the city. I am thinking about starting the play from this typical position here because we can punish crossing forces. That is very, very important thing to say, right? And let's see how it will behave. Now, let's go for a snapshot to the door. I mean, there is no chance we are going to miss it, right? And let's see. I will try to aim my shots perfectly and I will try to make a very, very good decisions as well. Spotted here, doesn't really matter. It's okay, that was semi-snapshot, it wasn't the fully aimed shot, so you know, I cannot say I fully aimed and that is a miss or something, you know? I simply haven't fully aimed. Let's see. Anyone else? Do they have slow tanks? They have object, but I think object decided to make the safe crossing like this. Also, one more thing, what you are seeing here is you are seeing the bounty equipment. This is the first thing, and what you are seeing here is the full crew skills as well. So it's not like I'm playing with the 2 crew skills or something, right? I need to be honest with this as well. I do not really like this position anymore. I want to relocate. I know I could have some sort of crossfire and whatnot, but I want to relocate. I understand we have plenty of the forces sitting here, but we are okay without going to that side. I just do not see myself playing there. I just can't see that. Instead of doing this, fellas, we are going to be smart, or we will attempt to be smart. And we will try to play right here, hold down. I think that is the best play which we could possibly make, right? Luckily, Arta missed us. I'm trying to get the proper opinion about this tank. I'm trying to get the proper opinion, fellas. I'm paying attention at every single shot. I'm paying attention at the aim, and I'm trying not to yell on the tank that much. That's what I'm trying to do. But you can see that yourself, how my aim is looking like, and overall how the tank is behaving, right? Simple as this. That's what you can see. Do I want to make pressure? In fact, I do want to make pressure here. The main reason why am I saying so is because they have plenty of the heavy tanks, but they are in some sort of crossfire, considering the Conqueror will join us and so on, right? So it doesn't look that bad. I'm trying to be, I'm trying to figure the things out, fellas. I'm trying to figure out the things. Hey, mate. I'm trying to be patient. I do not want to yell on the tank that much. Yet. We are just checking out the things. I can tell you it's not my favorite tank instantly, okay? It's not going to be the case that I will instantly fall in love with the vehicle and we are going to live together for a long time and both of us are going to be happy. It doesn't look like it is the case yet. Okay. Lower plate. Okay. How about this was I'm a bit paranoid about the trash burn sitting in the back, but I think we are going to be okay. Doesn't need gold in order to shred me straight in the face. It doesn't really change anything. He can spank me like there is no tomorrow. Like I said, I'm paranoid about the trash burn. Luckily, he did not penetrate me. This could have been very, very bad. This could have went into the south side so quickly. Luckily, it wasn't the case. Good. How about this object 7777? No? I'm going to go through the middle. I do not really mind, to be fair with you. I think we can go for this. By the way, this is the first fire as well. And looks like Wargaming was correct in their video as well describing the tank. Actually, Wargaming did quite an interesting job. I mean, they tried to sell the vehicle, but not overwhelmingly, if you know what I mean. Maybe it's because it's not a premium tank, who knows. Okay, let's load high explosives and let's try to deal with the trash burn. I saw the Arta shooting. Now, if I am going to be very, very good, I might find exactly where Arta is. And you know what? I will go like so. How about blind shot here? What is the alpha damage of the high explosive? 660. 660 is actually pretty powerful and it looks great. It looks great. I want to get closer. I understand the risk of being penetrated by the trash burn and whatnot. But I want to be a bit closer. Okay, I know where Arta is, but Arta is not priority whenever trash burn is spotted. Let's try to aim. Oi, oi. Oi, oi. Yeah, it is taking forever and ever to aim. Now, watch this. Right there. This is where Arta is. Am I correct or am I wrong? This is the question. Maybe let's go like literally into the middle here. And next shot is going to go there. It's okay, fellas. This is the end of this game already, so we are just chilling at this point. Let's go for Arta. I tried to blind fire him, hashtag never lucky. But now Super Conqueror is getting involved. He might not have the best and the finest angle if he will keep pushing, or if he's smart, he will wait. Ah, smart mother trucker. Okay, who has better action? Skill at 2 in the morning or Super Conqueror at 2 in the morning? This is the question. Aha! Aha! Well, that's something. Let's see the score. Okay, and we are back. First ace. This ace doesn't mean anything because no one had access to this tank, to be fair with you, so that is like a charity ace, if we can say so. 4.3 thousand damage, 1000 assisting damage, 1.3 base experience, and 55,000 profits. I still have very mixed feelings about this tank, so I will go for one more. I really want to, okay? Don't mind me if I do. One more game. So you will have more things to see. Do I think it is good tank or not so much? Let's go. Okay, fellas, fourth game. Listen, I'm going for a different build this time. I want to check it out how the tank will behave whenever we have like fully boosted gun handling, at least in my opinion, right? We will check out the speed, how it is looking like. This is very, very important. And we are going to check out how the things are looking like whenever we are aiming. Will we feel a humongous difference, or the gun is going to be the same derpy slash questionable, right? Obviously the tank is slower, obviously I have less hit points. I am very, very well aware of that, but you know, whenever I am playing the game, in the city I want to have the hard ring usually. I want to have the turbo, sometimes depends how slow tank is. And whenever I'm playing in the open field, in a way, I am going for the gun handling stuff. The main reason being why am I going for this is because I think this is the right way to play the game, right? For me, it works fine. And obviously, a lot of things are depending on your playstyle. Some people won't enjoy this build as much as I will, right? And there is nothing wrong about this. There's nothing wrong about this. Let's go like this. Okay. I cannot say anything because I am literally sniping with this tank at this point, so, you know, I cannot be too mean for this vehicle by any shape or any form. E95 sniping from the back, Panther 2, E95 side. Not bad. Fellas, are you ready for this? This is going to be glorious. Hear me out. Okay, Centurion is just making pressure. Oh. What are you doing here, mate? Not paying too much attention to the minimap, unfortunate. That's why you need to pay attention to the minimap. Now we are going in, because why not? Yeah. I was thinking about ramming him to death. Now we are going to use this guy as a hold down. Actually, it's completely unnecessary since Centurion is down to one-shotable or down to fartable, so at this point he is not going to be as brave as he could have been. Good, my reaction was a bit slower, but that is understandable. Today, I was pre-recording many YouTube videos, so I was working for a whole day, and I just noticed that I am late with this video in a way. I still have a bloody mixed feelings for this tank. I still have mixed feelings, fellas. I do not want to hate it, but it's hard for me. That's why I probably shouldn't form opinions before playing with the tank, right? Okay, that's okay. We are sitting all right. I think I might be simply too sensitive tonight. Whenever I will mark this tank, I will try to give you updated opinion instantly, so it shouldn't take too long, right? Because this is going to be a kind of priority of mine. I will try to deal with this as soon as possible, so we are okay. Okay, doesn't really matter, does it? We're still fine. I'm going to go for this 1-2 TM. Please, RNG, let me hit this shot. Thank you. Close. Definitely close. I'm still alive. That's the most important thing, fellas. After this, I should have been dead, okay? If the ISM... How much with the high explosives? 165. That is a lot of damage with the high explosives. That is a lot of damage with high explosives, fellas. It truly is. Let's try to push like this. I am kind of missing turbo. I am kind of missing turbo for sure. I do not really think I can complain about this. Okay. I think we should have a blind shot and everything. It wasn't a horrible session by any shape or any form, but I think people do not know how to penetrate this tank. And plus, on top of that, it's very late in the evening, so we have a lot of people who are playing the game from job, night, or whoever is having night shift, or whoever is having insomnia, however you would call this, right? And people are not on their full focus for sure, right? But looking into the score, I mean, I can perform with this tank. It doesn't matter what kind of emotions do I feel for this vehicle. But keep this in mind, the tank is new. No one knows what this tank is all about. And I did not saw a single message, wow, what is BZ? You know, no one cared. So looking into all of this, 4,000 damage, 1,300 assisting damage, right? We got 10,000 profits, which is hip hip hooray, and our average performance with the tank is 4,000 damage and 1,000 assisting damage. Considering I am a bit of the special, or I supposed to say a bit, I believe microphone can pick it up. Yeah, it wasn't a bad session, fellas. It wasn't. But looking into all of this, my first impressions, what I truly do not like about the tank, I don't like armor, okay? I want to be straightforward with you. Armor is truly something what I am afraid of this tank, to say that the least, right? I do not despise armor. I feel like I am more likely a medium tank. With a turbo build, the tank is looking agile for a heavy tank. It looks okay, but then the gun handling is there. And with this build, the gun actually behaved relatively okay, and I cannot complain about this, although the games weren't the most interesting ones, right? Anyways, I can tell you one thing, I am going to update you with my opinion, with the final thoughts whenever I will finish marking the tank. I will try to dig a bit deeper and we will perfect the equipment setup and whatnot. But so far, that's what I think, you know, mixed feelings, to say that the least, right? I like certain aspects and I do not like certain aspects. That's all I have for you today, fellas. So, if I made you more confused than before, I'm sorry. But remember, do not rush to buy this tank instantly. Wait until the final opinions. Check out some content creators who played with this tank, what they have to say, and after that you can make a decision, right? But remember, no one is pushing you to get the tank instantly, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. It was your daily dose of skill, and skill is out for today. Peace.